catch Austin, give him a run for his money?
Trying to, man. I got a long ways to go, but I mean, yeah, it was good to go out there and make a play for the team. So it was good.
With the brutal September that you had and now the long trip on short rest up to Syracuse, does it help a lot to have that off week right around the corner?
Yeah, I mean, definitely after we put this one to bed, it'll be good to have that just that time off and that rest, because like you said, September was really really tough. That's one of the hardest first half of the seasons you can have as a team in college football. So, it'll be good, after we get this one out the way.
Been meaning to ask, what is it that you write on your sleeve?
It changes from time to time. Usually, just dream with me. That's usually just the main one I put. But depending on how I'm feeling, I'll switch it up from time to time.
What else have you had on there?
Sometimes when we go to chapel, I have put like a Bible verse on there, or maybe just like an inspirational quote or something like that, that I kind of just look down at in the game, and just kind of give me like a little motivation. So just stuff like that. Nothing real crazy.
Did you make the trip up to Syracuse 2 years ago?
I didn't. That was the only game I traveled to when I redshirted was the Louisville game, but no, I didn't make the trip up there.
Are you excited about it? And just seeing the Carrier Dome, and I don't know if you've been up to that.
No, I mean I just know it's in New York, so I ain't been. I only been to New York once when I was a little kid, so I'm excited regardless. It's gonna be fun. I hear it's a dome, like you said, so it should be good to see. And I feel like I heard that's the same dome they play their basketball games in too, so it's gonna be cool to see how they go from a whole basketball court to a whole football field. So it's gonna be cool.
What kind of challenge is that tempo offering for you guys?
Man, I mean, it's just playing against it last year. It's really tough. Playing against an offense like this. The leading receiver in the nation, and I mean, it's just something where you have to be honed and focused. The entire game, because any play in an offense like that, any play that can make a big play. Every play, it could bust for 30, 40 yards or even a touchdown. So it's something where we're gonna have to come out and just have our best game mentally, focused and dialed in on just getting the call and getting lined up. So that's gonna be hard.
At the same time, they're a team that likes to throw the ball a lot. I think
Yeah.
they average like 47 passes a game.
Yeah.
As a decent defensive end, does that kind of get you excited?
I mean, it do, but the ball, like in an offense like that, it's coming out really, really fast. So it's kind of those things to where we're gonna have to play really, really well against all the short throws and the screens and the pop passes, so get them into some things where it has to be third and long, where they got to throw it deep, and that way the quarterback's holding the ball a little bit longer. But I mean, yeah, anytime where they throwing the ball most of the time, you're gonna be excited because you get to get after the quarterback for sure.
And if it isn't getting out fast, they're rolling to the right.
Yeah.
All the time.
I mean, yeah, exactly. They're going to do things that, kind of just neutralize our defensive line, because obviously a lot of teams feel like we're talented. So, I mean, they're going to move the pocket, might do a lot of different protection and stuff like that, and not try to hold the ball real, real long. So, and that's just what they do. That's their DNA. They want to do a lot of quick hitters and just kind of get the ball moved. They kind of catch you in that bad play call or in that bad alignment to where you're not as focused, and in that way they can hit you for something real, real big over the top.
Would that be frustrating when you're not going to have a whole lot of time? What do you, I mean, just trying to get your hands open, that kind of stuff?
I mean, yeah. I mean, it can be frustrating, but then again, at the end of the day, it's all about just having some type of effect on the game. So, like you said, getting your hands up, getting pressures, making tackles on those screens, running to the ball. It's not about getting sacks all the time. It's just about having an effect on the game, and that's why playing, defensive line in general in football is such a big position, because you're always around the ball. So that's just it's about affecting the game, not just all about getting about sacks. Just saying.
Have you noticed this that Auburn game teams are getting it out quicker, that you might want to stand back there? They're just 2 steps and unload.
Yeah, I mean, Coach V talked to us about it all the time. A lot of teams going to try to get the ball out faster, just because, we have a very talented front seven. So, I mean, we understand that, but that's when we just realize, you can't play for sacks and stuff like that. You got to play, just have some type of effect on the game. And it's going to be like that when you're a talented group. So it's just kind of, figuring out different ways to have, your impact on the game. So that's what I feel like we do a good job of. We've done ever since that Auburn game.
What do you think? With that said, are you thankful that he put you in a position where you can cover the flat? Like, we've seen you do it, we've seen Austin do it, where it's not necessarily pass rush, but you guys are out, getting slot guys and covering the flat.
Oh yeah, for sure. Me and Coach V talk about it all the time. I'd be like, Coach V, why are we dropping so much, or just stuff like that. But he had to, really emphasize that to us, because a lot more teams are doing that now, because it can't just be, everybody wants to be just 4 down, just blow smoke and go. You know what I mean? But now it can help the defense a lot more if we drop it into the flats, or just picking up different guys out the backfield, because because, that's what a lot of defenses are doing now. And that's going to help us, for the future, hopefully for a lot of guys in our front seven want to go on to play in the NFL, and a lot of NFL teams are doing that now. So it's something where it was hard to adjust at first, but, I really bought into what Coach V has been doing with us. And I'm thankful for it because it really just shows that we're so flexible in our defense. We can do just about anything. We can line up in just about any type of defense we want to, and that's something that I had to realize. Like that's just the beauty of it with the type of guys we got on this team.
What do you thought about playing on turf? Do you feel like you're a step faster? Or is it
And I love grass, man. That turf don't give as well as grass. That's just old school football, playing on grass with the dirt getting dirty. But I mean, it ain't a big difference. The turf, it hurts a little bit harder when you fall down. You can play a little bit faster on turf because the grass is, the turf is like shorter, so you can get a little bit run faster. But it just hurts more when you fall on it, turf burn, stuff like that.
Also, the guy maybe that wasn't talked about coming into the year.
Oh yeah.
What do you see from him this year?
Just a focus. He just comes out with a hunger. Because the guy obviously he was hurt last year, would have been a starter last year, and to see him just come into his role this year and just take advantage of his opportunity. It's been great to see, and I'm really excited for how as he just keeps going and keeps progressing, because I know the type of guy that he is. He's going to maintain his play right now because he's been playing out of his mind for this first half of the season. So, but we understand September's over, so as we get into the Octobers and the Novembers when we start going into the championship season, that's where we're really going to be happy to see how he playing in, because that's when it all really starts to matter a whole lot more.
You worry about fatigue at all with the defensive ends in this game when they're running so many plays and you guys have had some injuries?
Maybe a little bit, just because they do go really fast. Like it's crazy to see how fast his offense goes. Watching film on them, every snap is like the defense is just out of whack because they're just trying to get lined up. So I feel like we're conditioned well. That's just go back into our preparation. So doing extra running after practice, eating the right things this week. Make sure we staying hydrated. But I feel like we're gonna do a great job of being ready for it.
Well, how hard is it for you guys to stay focused? You had a great September.
Mm-hmm.
You're 6-0. You're national champions. It wouldn't be unprecedented for anybody to say, we're playing as great as we were last year, and we could do the same things this year. How hard is it not to kind of peek ahead and think, we've got this wrapped up?
Speaking for myself, it's not. I don't have a really hard time, but I can see why, because obviously we just get a lot more attention, a lot more outside pressures coming in. Obviously you have we on the front of ESPN every time they talk about college football and stuff like that. And then again, prosperity is a terrible teacher. So when everything's going well, that can be a time where a lot of guys, start to slack off and can start to lose their edge. But I feel like, just the culture here, we do a great job internally with a lot of things that a lot of people don't really see, just in how our coaching staff talks to us, and just the support staff that we have here. They do a great job of letting us know that, we can still be beaten by any team that we play this year. We're not Superman. We're not just going to be given. At the end of the day, it's all about performance. And on any given day, any team can be beat. It's not about who the best team is. It's about who plays the best on that day. So that's what I feel like it is. We just realize that we're great because we put the work in, and we come out on those Saturdays and we show that it is not just going to happen. So that's what I feel like it is for sure.
We've heard you all say it so many times that you play to a standard, and that's kind of what it seems to be like you and Alabama both. It's not good enough just to win, but defense particularly, it seems like you have a chip on your shoulder, like giving up 14 unanswered.
Oh yeah. Yeah, definitely, man. It's not about who you play; it's about how you play. And like you said, playing to a standard. And it's no disrespect to Wake Forest, but that last game, seeing those 2 touchdowns happen, just because we just had I just feel like we weren't mentally focused as we should have been, towards the end of the game. It could have. We feel like we dominated that game most of the way, but when you only win by 2 touchdowns, the scoreboard doesn't show that. And I feel like when you play a game that's a dominant performance, the scoreboard should show that. So, it just goes back into finishing games and just being mentally dialed in the whole entire game. And that's just go. And the reason why we feel like that is because just how we was brought up here at Clemson. It's about playing to a standard, and it's about wanting to play well, not just get the win. Good. Mm-hmm.